Hello and welcome. I'm Chris Shelton, coming to you with your DIY home remedies guide to health, happiness, and healing transformations. A commonly asked question that I get is, Chris, how do I get rid of this annoying cold sore and what is the root cause? Well, there's two root causes. One is that there's too much heat in the blood, and one of the things that causes this too much heat in the blood is the liver being out of balance. So what is that? Stress. Stress will trigger these cold sores to come up. Also too, the other organ that plays a role in this is your spleen and your stomach. Why? Because different features or parts of your face actually connect back, or different orifices actually connect back to different internal organs of the body. And guess what? Your spleen and your stomach actually connects to the lips and the mouth. So we have to nurture the spleen and the stomach. We have to cool the blood within the liver system itself to help get rid of these pesky things. According to the Mayo Clinic, these cold sores could also be referred to as fever blisters and are usually caused by herpes simplex 1 and sometimes, but it's unusual, but herpes simplex 2, and also can be contracted from having oral sex, even if the fever blister or the cold sore is not present. So these fever blisters can affect the mouth. It also affect the genitalia as well too, and they normally group together in little clusters. And according to Western medicine, there's no known cure for it. So sometimes they'll give an antibiotic that you'll take a heavy dose 1 to 2 times, and that normally will push it out. But as far as curing fever blisters, the root of it itself is there's no known cure in Western medicine. But today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some simple technique to help to keep your fever blisters at bay. So 3 big tips. Tip number 1 is Yinchao. That's right. Yinchao is such a great tonic because what it does is it helps to fight off infectious diseases that come into the body. But guess what too? If we have anything going on inside of ourselves, Yinchao is a great tonic in order to help to reduce the swelling and the inflammation and cool the blood down. So I normally recommend 4 tablets, 3 times a day at least, 4 to 5 tablets. And once again, always talk with your healthcare provider to make sure that Yinchao is okay for you, but it should be relatively safe. That tonic works great, especially on the initial onset of the cold sore. Boom, hit it hard. 4 to 5 tablets every 3 to 4 hours or 3 times a day will be great. The second method is to take green tea leaves and soak them, or you could actually take a green tea bag, soak it, and then once it cools down a little bit, because you don't want to burn your face, you actually then would put the green tea leaves or the tea bag on your lips. So the third tip is the organ cleansing exercises. So like I said in the beginning of this video, the spleen being undernurtured or attacked by the liver and the gallbladder, and then cooling down the liver, which helps to govern blood in the body. So the spleen cleansing exercise is very simple. We're going to start off with the feet out about shoulders width apart. Knees are unlocked, toes are pointing straight ahead. I'm going to gently tuck the chin, pressing up on the crown point and the top of the head. Tip the tongue. In this case here, the tip of the tongue is going to point down because that's the position for the tongue to connect the internal spleen acupuncture meridian. So from here, we're going to do this 2 ways. One way is we're going to imagine like our fingers become like long hollow straws that enter down deep into the earth. Long inhalation, we're going to come up, find a pivot point on the ceiling. We're going to pivot around that, or if you're doing this outside, we're going to find a point in the sky and pivot around that. As I inhale in the center, I'm going to imagine a yellow cloud filling up into the left side of the body. As I exhale, I'm going to allow for any worry, any anxiety, overthinking things too much. I'm going to allow that to leave out through the feet and down deep into the ground. Okay, now if your shoulders get tired, the next practice or way we could do this is actually twisting from side to side. Notice how I'm gently twisting my arms as well too. Again, these cold sores, when they show up on the lips or on the mouth like this, it's the spleen is out of balance, but the spleen is being attacked from the liver, so normally too much stress. And if you think about it, when do those cold sores come up? It's during stressful times. So this stress actually creates heat in the blood, and this heat in the blood then shows up on our face. And it's not the most appealing thing to look at. So from here, we're letting go of worry and anxiety, over-intellectualizing, and then bringing forth the positive virtue of peace of mind and serenity. Okay, so then I come back. Now I can do that practice for as long as I want to. Or if I just want to do several rotations or several movements, that's okay as well too. All right, the second exercise is the liver cleansing move. So I'm going to inhale in the center, exhale as I press. Imagine a green cloud filling up into the right side of the body. And then as I exhale, allow for that anger, that frustration, that rage, resentment, or whatever you're stressed out about, allow for that to leave out through the bottom of the feet like a dark cloud, going several feet away from the body and down deep into the ground. Bringing forth the positive virtue of kindness and creativity, helping to cool the liver blood down. This will help to reduce the inflammation that in this case is showing up on the face. Now, inflammation from this liver being out of balance could show up in many different parts of the body. RA, there's all kinds of other symptoms, fibromyalgia that come up, colitis, Crohn's disease as a result of too much inflammation from this liver being out of balance. But in today's video, we're focusing on how that stress shows up as a cold sore. All right, so once again, I could do as many as I want or just do a few repetitions. The key to these practices is that you have to make it into a mindfulness practice, okay? Then from here, I'm gonna pull that energy in, pressing down, and then pulling down the heavens one time. And exhale. So we're wrapping up today from this beautiful day in Los Angeles, California, the heart of Hollywood. We're talking about cold sores. I give you 3 remedies. Remedy number 1 is Yinchao. Have that in your medicine cabinet. Remedy number 2, soak or steep a green tea leaf bag or green tea leaves themselves, and then once it cools down a little bit, make sure to put that on the lip. Once again, you don't want it boiling hot because you do not want to burn yourself. And tip number 3, doing the spleen cleansing and liver cleansing exercise. So thank you for joining us. Please subscribe and share this video. Please subscribe and share these videos with your friends and family to empower you to be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. And so until next time, signing off from this beautiful day in Los Angeles, California, the heart of Hollywood, I will see you later.